What is going on, guys? This is going to be video number 10, I believe. In our last video, anyway, we had just planted a seed here. We're getting ready to fight a boss, but we are going to want to warp to Skyrest and do a couple things back home first. The boss ahead is going to be the Spurned Progeny. But like I said, we're going to be going back to Skyrest to do a few things. Looks like I got an upgrade. What am I going to do here? Let's see. Because I want to put it in strength. That's gonna actually up the attack power on both my weapons. Vitality, that'll bring my health up a little bit. 13 points. Agility is gonna up the attack power in that weapon, and I also do want to get an agility weapon later in the game. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and put the 1 point in agility for now. And then we will warp to Skyrest. So first thing back at Skyrest is we should have some Saintly Quintessences that we picked up. We're able to upgrade our Sanguinarics, and we're also going to have some new dialogue with Pieta because we picked up the Odd Stone that was attached to the stigma that we picked up under the bridge in that last area.
Different somehow. But I know it.
So that stone really is not going to do much for us. What it does is if you have Pieta's sword and you get Elion's sword and you dual wield them together, using the Odd Stone will give you a special move set. But that's going to be irrelevant for this build, and we won't be getting Elion's sword until the end. So we're going to go ahead and upgrade our Sanguinarics. We're still only going to have 5 heals, but they'll be a little bit more powerful. And let me see. So 2 more Saintly Quintessences will bring us up to 6 heals. So the next time we find 2 of those, we'll come back and upgrade again. We're going to run down here and we're going to see Dunmire. We might be able to give him a rosary. And yeah, it looks like we can go ahead and give him Ravager Gregory's rosary. And we'll go through his dialogue.
Whatever poisonous lies, for they are nothing but the
and now he's back to talking about Durvalus. So you're gonna, like I said, you're gonna want to pick up all of this stuff eventually. In a first playthrough, I would get the catalyst, the spells, the pendants. Even if you go farm the vigor, excuse me. Even if you have to go farm a little bit of vigor on a first run, I would definitely pick up all the spells, pendants, catalysts, and rings from all the NPCs. The armor stuff you can worry about later, the armor and weapons. You can buy them in subsequent playthroughs, or if you do see something that you like, that you want to try out, you can go ahead and buy it. You won't have to buy it again later. But eventually you do need to buy every piece of armor and every weapon from every NPC. But for now, I would go ahead and buy all the spells, pendants, rings, and catalysts on your first run. So now I'm going to rest real quick and just see if that updates his stock in his store. I think he does have a couple of new items after you rest. We gave him the rosary and rested. And yeah, it looks like he's got a new sword, shield, and a few pieces of armor. That Ravager Gregory's sword actually is a decent holy sword. It's a grand sword, so it's heavy. So obviously we're not going to be dual wielding with that if we were to use it at this point in time. Maybe my main character could dual wield with it, but not where we're at right now. So that Ravager armor actually looks pretty good. What I like to do is for my armor set, I concentrate mostly on physical. I have all the highest physical defense, which is also usually the heaviest stuff, but I want to stay in my medium encumbrance. And as far as my armor, I get the stuff that's high in physical, but I kind of mix things up when it comes to the resistances. So I have a little bit of fire resistance, a little bit of holy resistance, you know, a little bit of everything with my armor is where I like to be. And now aside from that, we can run down here, we can check on Kukujin. She's still going to be waiting here for her next fight. We are not going to need her for the Spurned Progeny.
You look tired.
We've already talked to Andreas. And Stoneman doesn't have anything new, but again, you do need to buy all of those weapons, shields, and armor pieces eventually. As I said earlier in the walkthroughs, I wouldn't spend 18,000 for the Pilgrim's Perch key, because he's going to drop it for us at a more appropriate time for us to go through Pilgrim's Perch. I will buy a couple of Mana Stones from him, I think. Yeah. Just to have those. Later on, we will get access to the bigger clusters from different NPCs. And then, just as a reminder, the Radiance Shrine is right down this way. So the Radiance and the Umbral Shrine are in Skyrest, and the Inferno Shrine is at the Shrine Vestige. And at all of these shrines, remember, if you donate 10 of whatever the currency is for that shrine, it pops a trophy at each one. So, the other thing that we're going to do is we are going to pop Umbral, and we're going to go talk to Molehue. We did pick up an Andaluvium chisel, so we can upgrade our lamp. You see there, the moth is telling us we can upgrade. So you see that's going to give us another eye socket and another soul flay charge. So another thing I'm going to do is I'm going to change my eyes set, and I am going to equip the Hooded Antler, Umbral Eye of Hooded Antler. That's the one that gives us the, we don't take damage for 8 seconds. We have immunity whenever we transition into Umbral. And as far as the second socket, we got Withered Health Regain, 15%. 25% damage to an enemy soul. That's when you soul flay an enemy. You're going to do 25% more damage if you attack the soul. And remember, we're looking at the secondary socket effect right now. And then this is 25% healing efficiency while in Umbral. That sounds kind of good for now, or do I want the 15% withered health regain? Yeah, I think I'm going to go with the 25% healing efficiency while in Umbral. That'll make any type of heal stronger while I'm in Umbral. So we switched up our eyes, upgraded our lamp, And I'm pretty sure that's all we can really do at Skyrest right now, but we definitely wanted to get those upgrades before we go back and fight our boss. And there is Tech Ear. He doesn't have anything new. We've already progressed him the last time that we came to Skyrest, so we should be able to go ahead and proceed back to our seedling, and then we will be fighting the spurned progeny. With this boss, actually, you can go to the blacksmith, and we might be able to socket a rune or do an upgrade. If you feel like you need to upgrade any weapons or anything like that, if you need to farm for it, go ahead and do it. Like I said, your build is going to be different from mine. So what works for me might not work for you, and yeah, just do what you think is best as far as your build goes. But I'm also just gonna sell some of the stuff that I have doubles of. I got a few extra stillness robes. Sell those. What else we got? I got an extra Mask of Wrath. I'll get rid of that. Extra Fetid Sacrifice sleeves. And just be careful to only sell doubles. You want to hold on to at least one of everything. I've got 2 of the Ardent Penitent helms. What else? On this Corrupted Pilgrim Beld cape, be careful if you sell those, because there are a couple different variations of this cape, and one of them, if you're just looking at it visually, the only difference is there's like a little tiny voodoo skull looking thing by one of the bells. So be careful and don't accidentally sell one of those. I actually did that, and when I was farming my missing items, I had to go back and get that belled cape right there that we were just looking at, because I thought I had 2 of them because they looked alike, and I was quickly going through my inventory and getting rid of all my doubles, and I accidentally sold something that I shouldn't have. So just be aware of that. Just when you're selling stuff, you want to be careful and make sure you're only selling weapons and armor that you have doubles of. So what else? Yeah, as you see, I'm wearing the heaviest gauntlets I have right now because they yield the highest physical defense. I'm probably not going to be really changing too much as far as my armor goes. I might change up some of my weapons eventually. Not quite sure yet, but I mean, well, I know I am eventually. There's a couple specific weapons that I want to get, but some come a little bit later in the game. So take a look at what we have for weaponry. See, yeah, that scale breaker, that does a lot of damage, but obviously that's going to be require both hands. You're not going to be able to dual wield with that without going into extreme heavy, if we can even equip it with a second weapon right now with our current endurance level, which is what determines your encumbrance, the weight that you can carry. the endurance stat is what's going to bring up the amount of weight that you can carry. But yeah, I've got some weapons to go through. I might do that maybe in the next video before I start recording. I might take a look and see if I can change my build around a little bit to make it better. I'm not going to spend too much time on it right now, though. I'm going to try to make this a fairly short video. I just want to get through this boss, and I will. I have a socket. Yeah, I do have a socket for this, so I can go ahead and put a rune in my hammer, and I'll probably just go with the increased posture damage rune. Yeah, we'll put that in there. So we're gonna put that rune in, and I think that's probably all we're gonna do for now. I think I'm in a good position to beat our upcoming boss. Yeah, there's nothing really I can change up too much right now without affecting my encumbrance level. So, like I said, I'll probably have to. I'll take a closer look off camera when I'm not recording, and if I do end up changing a few things around, I will certainly let you know about it when we jump into the next video. I'll make you aware of any changes that I made. But for right now, I think we're probably just going to stick with what we have. I've got runes in each of my weapons. We'll stick with the dual wield. I'm happy with my armor. So now we can take a look at his inventory if we want to. Like I said, a couple of those weapons at the top, all that armor you're gonna have to buy. You definitely want to buy all that armor, but I think there are a couple of weapons of his that are droppables. So what do I got? Yeah, I know I picked up a couple of rings, but I think I'm still gonna leave the curse worm ring on right now. We picked up that ring of nourishment. Regain health upon killing an enemy. Regain health and a soulflay charge upon performing a grievous strike. Nah, I'm gonna stick with my stamina ring and curse worm ring. So yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. Yeah, the Mine Owner's Ring and the Curse Worm Ring. We'll just keep those going for now. And we'll warp back to our seedling that we had just placed in the last video. And this boss up ahead is the Spurned Progeny. I had said earlier in the walkthroughs that for the Kukujin quest, the general rule of thumb is that if a boss has a cutscene, you need to summon Kukujin. This boss fight is going to be the only exception. He is a major boss. He has a remembrance. He's going to have a cutscene, but we can't summon anybody into this fight. I think the reason being is when we aggro him a little bit, when we take a little bit of his health off, he ends up spitting lava on the floor of the whole arena. So if we did have a summon, they would probably just die in the lava. So be aware of that as well. When we go in, we're gonna start attacking his legs, and he's got some pretty simple moves we're gonna dodge out of the way of, but there will come a point where he is gonna spit lava into the arena, and if we're locked on him, we're gonna want to unlock and turn around and run in the opposite direction up one of the stairwells. So I'll pop one of those, and we'll just skip the cutscene, and I'm gonna go for his legs. He's gonna have a couple of moves like that little swipe there. Swipe, I just dodged that. Oh, he does that sitting move where he tries to sit on you. I dodged that, but I didn't dodge that one. I took a little nick from that. But just hack at the legs and be ready to dodge those as he's swinging. Dodge those. He got me there a little bit. But he should be ready to spit lava here. Yeah, there it goes. So we are going to run up the stairwell. I'm going to go ahead and cast Sanctify, and that'll bring my health back up as I'm waiting for him to come over. When he does this, you want to roll out of the way, and you can get a hit in on him. When he does that sweeping swipe, you need to dodge it, like with that one, only you won't have time to get a hit. Dodge, we can get a hit there. Oh, that was a little slow. When he does that, fire ring rolls out, and you need to roll through it, and then you can get some hits there on the tongue hand thing that he owns. And I got a little ahead of myself there. I shouldn't have run off the platform yet. That's why he's doing those little lava pits. So he's trying to smack. I'm just dodging, and I am locked onto his other hand for some reason. Okay, when he does that, he's gonna end up setting that whole area on fire. So you can get a couple of hits on him before he does, but you see that whole area is on fire, so you want to just run to another platform. I'm gonna go ahead and cast Sanctify again. Dodge, hit, dodge, hit, or try to dodge. Oh, he got me. But on those, you don't have time to hit. Fire roll through it. I can get some hits on the hand tongue thing there. Okay, now when he does this, you want to go hide behind one of these. He's going to shoot a big fireball. It's going to explode, but we will be safe if we hide behind that little pillar, and then we want to run to another platform. I'm going to go ahead and pop a stone. Oh! Pop a heal. I'm going to buff up my sword. And wait for him to come over. Dodge, swing. Dodge, swing. Dodge, won't have time to swing. Dodge, won't have time for a hit. Now this, you want to dodge. He's going to do it 3 times. Dodge. Oh, he got me. Dodge. He got me again. But when he does that spit the tongue out at you thing, he does it 3 times. And there he does with the hand again. I can get a couple of hits on him before he roasts the platform. So I got a couple hits on it, then just ran to another platform. Now we're going to wait for him to lumber over. Dodge, hit. Dodge, don't have time. Here comes the mouth again. Dodge. 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 Oh, I gotta let him get me. If I would have dodged that third one successfully, I could have gotten 2 or 3 hits in. Roll through that. Hit the hand. He should be getting pretty close here. Yeah, okay, so now he's going to spit another fireball, so we're going to run and hide behind here. But you see his health is low, and you'll notice that the lava on the floor is gone now. So after he spits that fireball, we can just run back down and finish him off. If it takes us too long, he will start some of his ground attacks, like here he goes right now, but he's almost dead, so. And he is done. So that's the spurned progeny. We get his flesh and an eyeball from him. Those are both going to be quest items. One's for Damaros, one's for the tortured prisoner. We're going to go into Umbral and get the stigma, which is going to have his remembrance. Now, if we turn around and look at that platform with the two pillars, if we walk over there, behind this pillar, there's a dedicated item. Just smite salts, nothing trophy related or anything like that. We want to make sure, there it is, we got our Umbral Scourings and our Remembrance. And if we run on ahead through here, we are going to make it to our next vestige. The Vestige of Doln, which is actually, I call it District. I list the area names by, on the warp screen, what it says on the left. So I do have another level, so probably a couple levels. What do I want to do? And I don't have to pay Kukugen for this one because we couldn't summon her. But every fight from here on out that has a cutscene and is a major boss, we need to summon Kukugen, and then we need to go pay her after we fight the boss. So I think I might put a couple more points into agility. And let's see. Do I want to use some skulls and get another level? Do I have enough? Let's see. I mean, I definitely have enough. I'll use one more of these and go ahead and get another level, I think. And I'll just go ahead and put that into Radiance. Bring my Radiance up a little bit more. That'll bring my mana up. And eventually I'm going to get some Inferno points too. Just keep in mind both Radiance and Inferno will up your mana level as you upgrade those. But there's some gear and some stuff that requires your Inferno level to be at a certain threshold. So eventually I think I need to bring my Inferno up. But for now we're going Radiance, Strength, and trying to keep our Endurance and Vitality in an acceptable range. And actually, what is Strength? Strength would take both of my weapons and make them a little bit stronger right now. So yeah, let's just put it into Strength. Okay, now before we continue on, I think I'm going to go ahead and warp back to Skyrest real quick. We don't have to do this now, but I do want to progress the tortured prisoner because eventually she has a ring that I want. She is who you get the mana ring from, and basically we just went to Skyrest, and if you just run directly away from the vestige and then turn left at this stairwell, then go left through the door and up the spiral staircase, that's going to take us out to that arena in the beginning of the game that we fought Pieta at. I always get hung up on those things. So we're going to run out here. This is where we fought Pieta, and you're going to see that the tortured prisoner is ahead. And she's been here for a little while, but we haven't been through here. I just came here now because I'm at the point where I can give her the eyeball that we just got from the spurned progeny fight. She's also going to give us the Kalrath Noble's Bow gesture, which obviously goes towards the gesture trophy. And I am going to hand over the giant eyeball.
Why such sadness?
That's going to progress her. And, oh, she's also going to give us the Searing Accusation back, which actually that is a pretty powerful Inferno catalyst if you are doing an Inferno build. So we got the Searing Accusation back. That's what we gave her at the very beginning in order to get her quest going. But I'm going to take a look at what she's got. She's got a couple new spells. Like I said, she's got some new armor. Like I said, that catalyst, the hand, the spells, the pendant, the ring, I would definitely pick up all that stuff on first run for sure. Like I said, even if you have to go do a little bit of farming for vigor to do it, I would get catalysts, spells, pendants, and rings from all the NPCs. The weapons and armor, I wouldn't worry too much about unless, like I said, you see something that you want to try out. But on a first run, I would say that it'd definitely be a safe and smart move to pick up catalysts, spells, rings, and pendants from every NPC. You should be able to get most of those trophies on our run if you buy all of those. So now that we've given her the giant eyeball, she has progressed, and once we leave, she's going to go to her next progression area, which we'll come upon a little bit later. While I'm here, it's not anything really super significant, but there is a shortcut door down here towards the beginning of the game. If you come down here, since we have the Skyrest bridge key, we've unlocked everything else that's around Skyrest. This was where the Iron Wayfarer was. We planted a seed, then fought Pieta. But this door was off limits to us, but now that we have the Skyrest key, we can come in here, and this basically takes us into the Radiance Shrine area of Skyrest. So you can see the Radiance Shrines down that way, and we're going to go back up this way. And Andreas disappeared. So he disappears right now, and he, as you notice, drops an item. We definitely want to pick that up. It's going to be a couple skulls and Andreas of Ebb's elegantly penned note. And he is going to move to his next progression point, so we're not going to see him for a little while. His next spot is in the Fief. So he's good to go. He's progressed. Everybody's progressed. And so I think we will pretty much call it for this one. I just wanted to get through that boss, come to Skyrest, do our housekeeping, progress all the NPCs, and take a look and see if they had anything new. And we are all progressed and good to go. So that is probably going to do it for this video. Let me just go check Dunmire one more time and see if he's got anything new in his shop. I don't think he will, but
is no more which plagues this.
He's got some new dialogue,
Such a Soliol. You serve a higher purpose, Crusader.
but no new items. Yeah, I'm waiting for a sword, but I thought that comes after we fight Dervala. So that's pretty much going to wrap us up. We're going to call that the end of the video, and we will be ready to go back to District and go ahead and progress from there in the next one. So we can go ahead and warp to District. And also, this is the tortured prisoners. I don't want to grab that because it's going to progress me forward. We'll leave that for the next video. We'll progress in the next video. But also, right behind us in the arena is the tortured prisoners' next progression point. We can't progress her any further until we get something, and then we'll come back and talk to her again and progress her. But you'll see she's got a little bit of new dialogue, but nothing new in her shop or anything until we progress her. So we'll just go back up to our district vestige, and that is gonna do it for this one, guys. And we will go ahead and call it, and I will see you in the next one. Please like and subscribe and share the video if it's helping you out. Appreciate it, guys. See ya.